Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Akihabara. My name is Koiru. I will be your guide for today's bike taxi tour. I'd like to introduce the tradition of Akihabara through fine food restaurants in this town. While you enjoy the river view around you, image on the table screen in front of you and we are radio. Before starting the tour, let me share some rules of this tour. First, please stay at your seat for your safety. Second, you can take pictures during the tour. However, please don't take any picture of passengers as well as girls. It might custom handing out a flyer on the street directly. Third, please refrain from posting pictures on SNS if you can see the faces of passengers and girls clear on them. At one place during the tour, you will get off the taxi and will wear a headset to enjoy 360 degrees VR radio. Now let's start Akihabara tour. What image do you have to Akihabara? This town is well known to be an eclectic town or maker of subculture. However, Akihabara is also a grand town where a lot of fine food restaurants of wide variety are gathered. In 2000s, Akihabara became a tourist city which gathered action from all over the world as a maker of otaku culture or subculture, famous or manga or comics, anime or animated films and video games. At the same time, the town functioned as a center of IT industry, and many visitors came in. As the number of visitors and workers in Akihabara readily increased, the number of restaurants many at also increased in a short period. Actually, there was Kanda vegetable and fruit market, the biggest vegetable and fruit market in Japan, in front of present JR Akihabara Station from 1928 to 1989. Fresh vegetables and fruit from throughout Japan were on the market for about 60 years. Some restaurants loved by the market workers from that time will keep their business going to make the area of restaurants in this town richer and more interesting. This tour recommends 10 restaurants in Akihabara that are carefully seconded by an Akihabara enthusiast. Until 40 years ago, Akihabara was the leading town of home electric appliances in the world. Many electric stores created and sold the latest models of television, refrigerators, air conditioners, and audio products, and many people came to the town to buy those products. Also, foreign people who came to Japan for sighting of business visit Akihabara to buy made in Japan brand goods of high quality and inexpensive. That made good service. Thus, Akihabara flourished more and more. However, for children these days, manga, anime, video games do not mean subculture anymore, but main culture, a part of their real life. For them, Akihabara may be more special place, mecca of otaku in the future. You will see the letter ATRE1, Ultra 1, on the building just in front of you. It is a station building opened in 2012. This improvised the image of Akihabara Station. A lot of that female visitors feel comfortable. On the left-hand side is the Akihabara Radio Kaikan, the most well-known landmark in Akihabara with a big yellow sign. If you took a look at shops inside, you can tell what are now in Akihabara. This is a very birthplace of PC in Japan, where NEC sold the first microcomputer kit named TK-80 in 1976. Look at your right side. The inside of the building is parts market, the orange of Akihabara Electric Town. There is no other place in the world where electric parts and device shops are treated like this. Everybody enjoys making things by hand. That contributes to the television development of Japan. You see a lot of duty-free store buildings around the station. In front of you is Chio or Central Street. This is the main street of Akihabara with the very image of a metro of otaku. Now coming to visit in traveling direction is Bansebashi Bridge over Kanda River. Beyond the bridge, can you see red brick arch construction? That is the elevated railway of JR Chio Line. Now Bansebashi Station was replaced as a shopping factory named Machu Etro and opened in 2013. Look at in front of you, you can see Onna electric Sorbs line. The elevated railway of the Sorb line was expanded from Ryokoku to Ochanomizu in 1932. Its height is the same level with the three-story building, far higher than the Yamanote line. Another electric railway people came all the way to have a look over them. There is a beautiful arch-shaped Hatagocho. You can see that later. Now Onoden is on your left side. This is a duty-free store. Later you will enjoy virtual reality experience at this store. The taxi is going around the back street. In a short time, the first shop will be coming into view on your left side. Now let me introduce the first restaurant of Akihabara food lovers recommend. This is Torio Keisuke, a ramen noodle shop. Do you like ramen? Japanese ramen first introduced from China, evolved in unique ways in Japan. Now, ramen is loved and well known as one of representative cuisine in Japan by many people in the world. There are so many different tastes of ramen with different soup, such as salt, soy sauce, and miso paste base, as well as different thick of noodles. Different ramen shops offer different ramen, and you will be attracted by the diversity and deep world of ramen. Among many ramen shops in Akihabara, this Torio Keisuke is very exclusive and offers the one and only ramen. The menu about of this shop is bowl of ramen tipped with roast chicken leg. Other menus are also superior. For example, ramen with simple soy sauce based soup made of fish and chicken balls, and tsukemen ramen noodle served spread with very rich sauce. Now on your right side is the elevated railway of the soup line. The reason why so many railways were elected was because Meiji government orders as such, in order to always absent travel by leaving railroad on the ground. Next, let me introduce the so-called idol control in Akihabara on the 7th floor of Peso building with a red sign board up of your right on the other side of Palm Caesar is located. There you can see the performance of the popular idol groups such as Kamen Joshi or Moscow Girls. Speaking of idol groups, the most famous one is Akihabara is AKB48. For the past dozen years or so, Akihabara is the town where not only items but also idols are produced. The way interested fans treat up their idols with thought and professional became well known. Popular otage, as those fans are called idol otaku. Soon you will enjoy VR experience at Onode, where we passed by the Jewel Street. Onode is a duty-free store and electronics store. Onode deal not only in products aimed at visitors from foreign countries but also from Japan. For example, Japanese translation collector section is on the ground floor that introduced the Japanese handwork of high quality. No other shops collector not display many Japanese tradition of high quality as well as white ground. The second and third floor are home application section. The fourth floor is pop culture. I suppose that now you feel hungry. Here, please enjoy VR video of 3 restaurants you will pass by later. With VR headset, you can enjoy 360 degrees image as you move your head and eyes in different directions. Please experience the virtual visit to the restaurants. It will be spectacular. was your VR experience, and how did you like the 3 restaurants period in the VR video? I will give you more detailed expensive of each restaurant when you pass by them later. The taxi is going round the back street. Girls in costume often hand out flyers on the street. Please refrain from taking direct photos of them and avoid posting any photos in SNS if you can see faces of passengers or those girls clearly. The next Akihabara food lovers recommendation is Akatsuka. What is your recommendation of the appearance? It looks as if time stopped here for decades, doesn't it? There is such a restaurant with long history in Akihabara town. Akatsuka opened it in 1954 when Japanese people worked hard to rebuild the country after the Second World War. More than 60 years since then, Akatsuka has been loved by local people and watched the change of time. The wooden table and counter of the restaurant has warm atmosphere and remind you of good old Japan. Popular menu include miso taste of chicken skin and liver. Cuisine of fresh fish is seasoned from Toyosu Fish Market. Don't you think it's the best way to enjoy beautiful and simultaneous Japanese cuisine represent Japanese change seasons with chic? Nowadays, the restaurant has more young ladies and foreigner guests in addition to long-time regular guests and officers workers of the neighborhood. There is Kodobukiya, one of the top fixture and place noodle markets in Japan. Also, Papagetto, a well-known retro video game shop in and out of Japan, there are many interesting shops on the back street. The street in front of you is Kantamyojin Street. Can you see a building across the road with cute pink ribbon and a heart-shaped object? That is a mark of at-home cafe, a well-known and popular maid cafe in Akihabara. Welcomed by Mansan, you enjoy the extraordinary world of getting your ordinary life. Quite similar to Japanese tradition, Ozashiki asobi culture in which you are entertained by Maiko-san. The taxi takes Chiyo Street, the main street in Akihabara, to get to the next restaurant. Softmap Akihabara Professional Computer and the dessert store on your left side as eSports Studio Akiba on the 7th floor. Do you know eSports? Esports is a abbreviation of electronic sports and a form of competition using computer games or video games. Esports is not so much familiar in Japan yet. However, its player population is more than 100 million in the world. and in some countries like USA, professional games are required to be professional sports players. On your left side is Jichun store. Jichun is a gaming version brand Japanese PC Market mouse computer. PC Market was lackluster a few years ago, but recently it is getting secretive again. One faction is heavily made for PC with necessary space for virtual meeting, telework, or remote work under the coronavirus pandemic. Jichun is a matching brand Japanese PC Market mouse computer. PC Market was lackluster a few years ago, but recently it is getting stronger again. One factor is heavy demand for PC with necessary space for meeting, telework, or remote work under the coronavirus. This short street turns into a participation precinct on every Sunday. Many people enjoy walking on the car-free street. In autumn, the leaves of roadside ginkgo street turn bright yellow and look very beautiful. By the way, one of the reasons why ginkgo is often chosen as a research tree is because it is strong against fire, as its trunk and leaves keep a lot of water. Those roadside ginkgo trees block strong sun of summer seasons and absorb for carbon dioxide and immobilization, and moreover protect us from fire. Now let me introduce another Akihabara food lover's recommendation. The third one is Akihabara Nagomido, a cafe located on the basement floor of the building on the opposite corner. It appeared in the VR video. Are you on Instagram? Instagram is a free online photo share application and a social network platform used by 1 billion people all over the world. This Akihabara Nagomido is an internet cafe and being talked about a lot. The campaign of the cafe is the taste of Taisho area from 1912 to 1926, when area character was introduced into Japanese lifestyle. This cafe is often unique as it offers about comic books that guests can read as they like. There are private rooms based at the cafe area, and you can enjoy relaxed time reading manga. Not only that, showrooms, shanty notes, PCs, as well as party treasury are available. Because of this good service, quite a few people work from Nagomido. Let me introduce next Akihabara good food lovers recommendation. The fourth restaurant is Gyusha. It is on your right-hand side, the opposite side of the road. If you ask the Japanese people which food do you like most, occasionally always among the top in hamburger. Hamburger orange came from overseas and in drink within Japan, just like ramen noodle. Today, hamburger is popular food and loved by people of a wide age group. Hamburger in Japan is so soft that many foreign guests owe and hard just after having a bite. Hamburger made of 100% beef, including famous Wagyu, is very juicy and has a delicate and soft feel in the mouth. Take one bite and the meat flares bit through your mouth. Please shake a choice among 5 different sauces such as pulse of garlic. Another popular menu here is curry and rice topped with a popular hamburger. Curry is so savory and has plenty of beef meat and singular and in red wine, and it talked about a lot. Believe or not, the restaurant offers a big side hamburger as heavy as 1 kilo. Let me introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The fifth restaurant is Bengal. The previous restaurant Gyusha has a Korean menu, and Bengal is a Korean special restaurant. Kale also came from overseas and evolved in unique ways in Japan, just like ramen noodle and hamburger. It is common in Japan to have curry with rice, and curry and rice is a regular menu of school lunch in elementary and junior high school, and many Japanese people love it since their childhood. Bangalore is opened in 1973. Since then, it has been loved by people in Akihabara for almost 50 years. The restaurant has a comfortable atmosphere that makes you feel at home, and young ladies often visit here to enjoy nice, clear, and relaxing space. All clear menus are cooked here with special clear powder made by mixing with special and herb. After enjoying space, curry and rice, weight goes less with similar with hit the spot. Please try those special curry and rice with long history that you can enjoy only in Akihabara. Let's move on to next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The sixth shop I introduced is a maid cafe named Honey appeared in their video. Maid cafe represents the culture in Akihabara, a maker of otaku. Maid cafe has enjoyed high popular among not only Japanese but also foreign people since it in 2001 as a prostitution term years. Contact in Akihabara. Honey is a very popular maid cafe with men and women, even beginners who never been to any maid cafe would enter easy. Let's move on to next shop of Akihabara food lovers accommodation. The seventh shop I introduce is Testo Izakaya. It's said that there are about 2 million trains in Japan. Train system in Japan is very advanced and evolved ways, and trains are always operated very punctual. Little TGV is very quick traveled with concept of Japanese rail. One step inside and you will see real trains are used, and large railway diamond is displayed. It's just like a railway theme park. Menus are also gentle. Everything has something to do with railway or train, such as drink of the colors of Shinkansen bullet train. Once you visit Little TGV, you may thousands be trained by the world of railway. Let me introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The eighth restaurant is Pizza Bar Noga. With its being introduced since this year, hotels aimed at trusted have been built one after another. Noga Hotel on the left-hand side is also a new hotel built in 2020. A restaurant on the ground floor of the hotel is Pizzeria and Bar Noga. This space restaurant of common restaurant areas and Kira bar area, and its high classes make this place to be a chic part of Seoul Station. Their special is maximum pizza or large size than your face. Smells so nice and tasty. Break in wood burnt pizza over from neighbors in Italy. Fresh raw ham, thins and several on order, and hot pigeon are perfect side dishes that go well with electric drinks. On the weekend, the books of parts and divisors are placed in front of each shop, and the streets are crowded by people finding bargain. It introduced children of Akihabara as a town of hobby, interest, and technology. Next, I introduced in the nice shop of Akihabara food lovers recommendation. Kanda Tamagoken, a shop with yellow sign, located in the depths of a narrow on your right side. Represent menu in many restaurants in Japan is omelette rice. Ketchup flavored chicken fried rice is wrapped with thin omelette or topped with omelette. Delicately cooked and cut open on the rice, is very popular from adults to children. Kanta Tamagoken is a shop spread in such unique omelette rice. Its ground floor is an open kitchen, and you can see chefs are cooking while enjoying piping hot. You can choose the sauce to pour on your omelette rice. Extremely popular sauces are light-taste tomato sauce cooked with white wine, and light tomato sauce made from beef with red wine. Actually, homemade vegetable bakes served with omelette rice are talked about a lot by guests. They are tasty, and you can take them as much as you can eat. That marks your meal well bland and neutral. The taxi has for the final shop, Chio Street. After coming back to Chio Street, the taxi leaves by Donkin Hotel, a large discount chain store. On the 8th floor of this Donkin Hotel building is AKB48 series. AKB48, a film and a national icon, was born in Akihabara and owns to profit. AKB stands for Akihabara. AKB48 changed the province's image of idol with its slogan, "Idols whom you can direct to meet." AKB48 worked hard to introduce fans by professional almost every day on the stage and held handshake event where you can actually share hands with your favorite member. Now AKB48 has become a big name and everybody knows it. However, its members actually came from the small stage in Don Quixote building in Akihabara. Now, I remember another event that I remember you to actually say. It is Kanda Shio Festival. Have you ever visited Kanda Shio before? Kanda Shio is a Shinto Shio with long history as long as 1,300 years, and the representative Shinto Shio in Tokyo, located in just 10 minutes walking distance from JR Akihabara Station. The Shire holds Kanda Festival once every 2 years. Kanda Fair is a very famous festival that has been held since the 7th century, early Edo period. It's one of the 3 major fairs in Japan along with Gion Festival in Kyoto and Denji Fair in Osaka. The more you visit and get to know Akihabara, the more you will find the town is so interesting. There is a Gundam Cafe in the area called Crossfield, located in the traveling direction. Do you know the animation movie Suit Gundam? The first series was aired in 1979, coincided the same year when Sony Walkman was released. Since then, new series were made one after another to be read on TV or screened, really long-running anime works. From 1928 to 1989, Kanda Vegetable and Fruit Market, the biggest one in Japan, was located around here. After the market moved, This area was rebuilt as an IT corp named Crossfield and opened it in 2006. On the right side, under the electrified railway, can you find Gundam Cafe? Next, the first city of Akihabara is the sick-based Akihabara. At the base where you can see through it over sick-based Akihabara. This is the commemoration factory opened in 2019. Right side is the Hitachi Brewing Tokyo Distillery, a whiskey distillery and a dinner bar. The first day also includes the second base. A camera shop sells many period cameras and interchangeable lens. Tokyo Video Games, a cafe and a bar looks like retro game or trick where you can enjoy playing games and alcohol. Then please look at the right hand side. There is a Akihabara branch of Taiko Raba, a Taiko or Japanese steel school of the largest school in the world. Also, there is Nikko 540 Akioka address in cross Kuromashi Street in traveling direction. Nikkei 540 means 2 kilometers and 540 meters by railroad terms, the distance from Tokyo Station. It introduced the Nippon department store where citizens of various parts of Japan are scattered and introduced, and gathered those cafes and shops. All of them are imaged in by skilled fast-feed. By the way, Akihabara also has an art center, 3331 Arts Chiyoda. From here, it is located in front right area. 3331 Arts Chiyoda was opened in 2010, based in the River Junior High School, a former Chiyoda City public junior high school. Since then, it has served as both an artist hub for anyone want to create and express, as well as relaxing space for the community. Its program where not only exhibition of composition art, architecture, design, physical expression and local history and country, but also visits and workshops. Finally, I will introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation, the 10th shop. It is Furufudiu Season. Do you remember that I told you at the beginning of the tour that there was the largest vegetable and fruit market, counter vegetable and fruit market, from 1928 to 1989 in Akihabara? At that time, fresh vegetables and fruits gathered to Akihabara from throughout Japan. The shop where the atmosphere of the Barca market suite remains is Fruit di Saison. When the market was to move, a family run the wholesale business opened the shop, wishing to keep the place where people can eat a lot of fruits. Fruit di Saison, the special is a very luxury fruit parfait. Only fruits special would be able to make this parfait with more than 10 different kinds of fresh fruits of the season, carefully select arranged direction. Females and children as well as males also excel in front of this attractive parfait. Another popular menu is a sandwich made on homemade cross made in the shop every morning. Set menu consists of the cross sandwich, small piece of fruits cut up, drink, and small side bread is natural. Located a little bit side of the center of Akihabara, Fruit de Saison is something like oasis of the town. Please come to the oasis in Akihabara to refresh your body and spread tired in the Hokkaido city. Now I am finished to introduce 10 nice restaurants of Akihabara food lovers recommendation. Are there any shops you are interested in or you'd like to try? Then I will tell you the origin of the name of Akihabara. Tokyo frequently had fires since Edo period. Nothing had changed even in Meiji period, and there was a terrible fire in 1869. After the fire, the place around here was arranged to be a fry brick. In the space, a Shinto shrine was built and 3 deer who prevent fires were emitted from the imperial place and enshrined. However, people misunderstood that Akihabara during the Daigoden, a famous deity who prevents fires, was enshrouded. So people called the area Akihabara and this area Akiwagoden, no Harappa or Akihabara, meaning the field of Akihabara during the fire. Hara in Japanese means field or open space. This is the origin of the name Akihabara. The front left side of view is Yodobashi Camera Multimedia Akiba. Yodobashi Camera is a media Japanese retail chain specialized in electric PCs, cameras, and photography equipment. And this is the second largest store in Japan after Umeda store in Osaka. My tour guide friends often say this building has a black hole because some of their guests have disappeared in the building and never come back again. The guests who forest could come back alive would say they don't understand why they were left for the meeting time. Now there is an intro to the Tsukuba Express Akihabara station on your right side. Tsukuba Express went into operation in 2005, linking between IT town Akihabara and Tsukuba city in 45 minutes. There are so many good restaurants I'd like to introduce to you, as good foods in Akihabara are very rich. I shall be happy if I could have conveyed the attraction of the town of Otaku that you didn't know. When you visit Akihabara for sightseeing, please enjoy its unique foods and restaurants. After the tour, with a peer registration, if you take a few minutes to fill out our questionnaire before leaving. Thank you very much for joining Akihabara Hybrid Experience Tour.